My name is Angela Sansoni, and I'm a student at LSU, and I recently observed a 9-month-old boy in a daycare setting to observe his physical, cognitive, and social domains of development. His physical development was lacking, inferring that he could have a delay because he did not know at this stage how to crawl. He was merely slithering along the floor, not using his arms or legs. And when he would get into a position, he would get stuck and not know how to move out and start to cry because he would need assistance from the teacher. And also, he was not holding his bottle at this age, which is a delay on fine motors of grasping items. And so just to recommend that I would put him on his stomach more extended times during the day, and have toys laying around him, toys of his interest, but have them at a distance so that he can learn to reach for them and learn to grab them at a distance, and learn through that motion that he'll start to crawl, because crawling is the motion that babies need in order to begin to walk. Also, I would suggest that he hold his own bottle during feeding time, because he simply held the teacher's hands and never held the bottle itself, and that with him holding the bottle he could grasp more of his fine motor skills and help be more rounded in his physical development. His social development was lacking too, because he really just sat there on the floor and would play with the toys around him, or just sit there and suck his pacifier and play with his pacifier, like he would throw it to the ground and pick it up, and then after that he would cry wanting a teacher, but he never really played with another peer while being observed. And something that could help with him to want to become more sociable is to continue encouraging him through play, with play dates, maybe with people in the neighborhood or people from the center to come in and play, and just having people older will help encourage him to develop in his way as well. And having toys that are stimulating with the sound and music and stuff like that, that will encourage him to want to be parts of groups and whatever. And also things such as not holding him as much, maybe let him become more independent on his own. And also for his cognitive development, he was developing wonderfully there. He didn't seem to have any issues with crying when he needed, battling whenever he was wanting to talk, or just cooing whenever he was excited, because that's what his age range is supposed to be able to do, is to be able to coo and babble, and he was doing all of that fine. The one thing he couldn't do was be able to find hidden objects when they were hidden. So just a suggestion, make a game and hide some things under a rag or play peekaboo. But one thing that he was able to do was to imitate, and he imitated through a teacher would clap their hands and sing and dance, and she would stop, and then a few minutes later he would pick up the rhythm and do his own rhythm and do his own thing, clapping and cooing and dancing and laughing. So his cognitive development was on track, and just because he's lacking in some of these does not mean he has a disability, but that he has, a short-term delay that can be fixed with these recommendations. This experience helped me to better understand all domains of an infant who goes to a daycare setting. It is easy to see what a child is supposed to be able to be doing by comparing him with his peers, but it is also important to know that each individual is unique in their own way.